had a gambling problem. It was my dad.
Well, he had you as a son, so can you blame him? It's not a problem if you're winning. Hey everybody, Greco Fabulous here, and Daddy's riding a hot hand! Okay, please nobody refer to me as Daddy. That's just weird.
Hey, Daddy!
Get out of here, you perverts! Now, if it hasn't been obvious, being a big shot YouTuber like myself definitely has its perks. You get free stuff, you get to meet people like me.
Are you Greco Fabulous?
There's a ton of doors that are open for you, and one of those doors reveals an underground vintage toy gambling ring.
See, nobody cares. Nice hat. You trying to look like a secret agent?
Alright, so it's a little less like Al Capone and more like church bake sale. But I raffled hard, and I won, baby. So check this out. So my first raffle win was a twofer, as I got this complete in-box G1 Red Alert figure, and this complete in-box G1 Sideswipe. Now this was a major score because Sideswipe is one of the few Series 1 figures that has eluded me up to this point. I mean, I technically have a body, but he has a broken window. Now, I couldn't believe my luck when I found out I won this. In fact, I didn't even know about it. The guy had to reach out to me and tell me. That's how unexpected this was. I just assumed I lost. Now, this is a great start, but it's about to get a million times better. Hey, close the gate. You're gonna let the cat out. Are you kidding me right now? Never in a million, billion, zillion years did I ever think that I would own a carded Thundercats figure. Not just any Thundercats figure, Lion-O! Mr. Thundercat himself. These things are so rare in my area. It's hard enough to find loose figures, let alone mint on card. But it happened. And now I have Larry Kenny sliding into my DMs? Talk about bragging rights. This guy is definitely destined for an acrylic case.
Thundercats! Ho!
Now, even though I'm riding a hot streak, I have definitely lost more than I've won. I mean, I can't even begin to admit to tell you how much money I've spent trying to get sealed TMNT 10-back figures. At this point, I should have just paid retail for the damn things. You hear that, you loose losers? Your days are numbered. So when the cards aren't turning your way, sometimes you gotta make your own luck by throwing more money at the problem. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's what you're not supposed to do as a degenerate gambler, but retail therapy is a thing for a reason.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Now here's an example of me being the best guy. I have a toy buddy that manages a store. Unfortunately, he was about to get shut down because of all this corona stuff, but instead of drowning, he seized the opportunity to realize a lifelong dream and turn from manager to owner. Up until this point, I haven't bought a damn thing. I would walk in there, look around, chat him up for a couple hours, but always walk away empty-handed. But you know I gotta support a local business, and I want to see this guy succeed because he's an awesome guy. So here's what I did when I put my money where my mouth is. So I am starting a Mars Attacks, more specifically a Tim Burton Mars Attacks collection apparently. I do not have any of these figures in my collection at this point, so this is a first for me. Not a reach by any means. I love the movie. I find it very interesting. And it's a small line, so it's not going to be too much of a drop in the bucket. There's a computer disc in here? Where? I don't see a computer. And then I also picked up this Martian Trooper figure. So like I said, this is a small line. I only really need a handful of other things. They got the Martian Spy Girl, the Martian Leader, and perhaps, Disintegrator Ray and a Flying Saucer. And that'll be all she wrote for this line. And lastly, I got an upgrade to my G1 Boxed Omega Supreme. So this right here is just the box in styrofoam, but it's in much better shape than the one I have. So I grabbed it for myself, and in turn, I'm going to be giving mine to my toy buddy Tim. So normally I would talk about numbers, but I want you guys to go in there and spend as much money as you can. So definitely check out the Emporium of Retro and Interesting Collectibles down in Easton, Massachusetts, formerly known as Land of Electronics.
Well then, greetings, I'm Space Ghost.
Space Man.
Space Ghost.
You were a spaceman who died and became a space ghost.
I've always been dead, Conan.
No one can always be dead, Space Ghost.
I was dead long before you were born, Conan. And I'll be dead long before you're dead.
Now this was an impulse buy if I ever saw one. Now it's not impulse in that I don't collect Space Ghost Coast to Coast figures, because I do. Hello, right there. But it's impulse in that I literally ran to eBay and just bought the first thing I saw. I didn't do any research, I didn't look into it, I wasn't patient enough. So when I paid $35 ship, I was like, that seems reasonable. But if I actually took the time to look into the history of this figure, there definitely would have been an opportunity where I probably could have got it for a little cheaper. But hey, sometimes you gotta treat yourself. And in this case, I definitely did. So now all I need left is Brack.
Whoa! Hey! Don't touch me!
Alright everybody, so that's going to be it for this video. Thanks as always for watching. I am beyond the moon. I never thought I would find any sealed Thundercats, let alone one I wanted, in my lifetime. I was literally on the verge of just stopping. I was making poor choices, spending too much money, getting the best odds and losing. It's just really, really defeating. You know, so I was ready to go straight. But then I started winning. And that's how they get you. You know, just ask my dad. I don't have my childhood home anymore. I would like to say that's a joke. Okay, anyways, if it's something you're gonna pursue, just, you know, be patient with it. Don't go overboard. Take care of yourself. Take care of those around you, and, you know, hopefully, you know, it'll be something where you get lucky every once in a while. But don't go crazy, okay? There are hotlines out there. Refer to the kid back in the front of the video. He had problems. Don't do that to your family. You know I'm only saying that because I want to win more, right? The less people that play, the better my chances are. I don't care about you and your family. Bye.
Hey, Daddy.
Get out of here, you perverts. Don't go around. It's not impulse in that I don't collect Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Now, it's not impulse in that I don't collect Space Ghost Coast to... Now, it's not impulse in that I don't collect Space Ghost Coast to Coast figures. God, that's hard to say.